know the answer to that. There was that activity in that immediate area during the course of the curfew period approaching, and because of that, the officers felt the situation was more volatile at that time and wanted to clear the protesters or the people that remained after the peaceful protest and remained after the curfew from that area.
Can you walk us through what the volatility is, though, when a 75-year-old man walks up to the police officers with something in his hand, and, obviously we don't know what that was, but what is the volatility?
I didn't speak in relation to volatility of that individual. I spoke in terms of volatility of the situation. And when a situation is volatile, when there is the potential for violence, when it looks like protesters might start to fight and people are staying after a curfew that has been called, there is the potential that people can get injured. Again, with the gentleman, the instructions from the police management to our officers are to be careful, protect our residents, protect peaceful protesters, and use common sense.
Are there any plans right now to extend the curfew either beyond Sunday or will it start earlier?
We're gonna monitor the situation. Right now, the plan is to maintain the curfew until Monday morning at 5 a.m., but we're going to monitor the situation very closely. We will consult with the Buffalo Police Department and other law enforcement partners about the circumstances that we're seeing in the city of Buffalo.
This wasn't the only incident that happened this week. Monday night, Miles Carter was on Bailey Avenue protesting. He was 15, 20 yards away from a police line with his back and hands up to the police. And out of nowhere, seemingly, they rushed him, arrested him. He was booked, charged with two misdemeanors. Secondary, why not the response Monday night, looking at the officers, temporarily suspending them, and having an internal investigation there? I mean, the tape was pretty clear. He wasn't doing anything except peacefully assembling.
Pardon me? Those were state police officers. Those were not Buffalo police officers. So obviously, the city of Buffalo does not have the ability to take action against state police officers. But what we were informed of is that that individual was an agitator. He was trying to spark up the crowd of people. Again, that was a curfew violation. Those people, pardon me, again, those people were there into the darkness. Our concern has been what we've seen in the community when it has gotten dark. There is the potential for violence, that there's been vandalism, there have been fires set, there has been property vandalized, there have been stores broken into and looted. We wanted to end the potential for those kind of activities to take place, and according to what has been reported to me, that individual was a key and major instigator of people engaging in those kind of activities.
Why should people think that there's going to be an impartial investigation when the department first said this man tripped and fell and then changed it afterwards?
Again, and I've answered this question a number of times, there was a very fluid situation, a lot of information coming in. Police officers, managers working in the command center, and the initial reports that came in were that he fell, that he fell. Very shortly thereafter, video evidence started coming in that indicated otherwise. As soon as that information came in, Police Commissioner Lockwood took immediate action, suspended both of those officers without pay, and immediately opened up an internal affairs investigation. And one of the things that the community has been saying to us during this period of protest, one of the things that the activists are saying is, in situations like that, They want to see a more rapid response from the management of the police department, and the response to the incident was very rapid.
Then, Mayor, why aren't we hearing directly from the police department, the police commissioner, or Captain Jeff Ronaldo about this? We're hearing instead from the police department to be one person who speaks on behalf of both the city of Buffalo and the city of Buffalo Police Department.
Well, actually, that is not accurate. Mike DeGeorge is the city's director of communications. He works with many departments on communications issues, but the Buffalo Police Department has Captain Jeff Ronaldo, who is Commissioner Lockwood's chief of staff, that is the principal spokesperson for the Buffalo Police Department. We also have other officers of the Buffalo Police Department that speak for the department on issues.
It's interesting that you say that, though, because at any police event or any other informational point where we need to get information from the Buffalo Police Department, we are instructed to go through Mike DeGeorge to get information, not necessarily to go through Captain Ronaldo. And it's the same thing for the city of Buffalo. I mean, Mike also handles, if we want to get information about the city street sweepers, we have to go to DeGeorge to get information about that, too. I mean, isn't this a conflict of interest?
That's true, Ed. We haven't thought it was a conflict of interest. We thought the system has worked well. It has been a coordinating sort of system. We initially went to that system out of financial concerns, wanting to be efficient for the taxpayers. So instead of hiring multiple people for that role, hiring one person who could be the director of communications and could play a role of working to facilitate communications with different departments, including our police department.
But it's clear that something was amiss last night, and it's clear that something happened and something perhaps was lost in translation. So what is next, and where do we go from here?
Well, I don't know if there's any perfect institution or any perfect organization. Any place where anyone works, there are breakdowns from time to time. There are errors that are made. And I will be the first to say that initial communication was a breakdown. It was an error, but it was a desire to respond to media inquiries very quickly and to provide information to the community very quickly. Went with early information that was provided, and that information turned out to be inaccurate, and as soon as that was found out, that was corrected. That is one of the reasons at times the Buffalo Police Department waits a little longer to verify the accuracy of the information. But because of the volatility of this situation, because of the emotion of this protest activity, there was a desire to try to get information to the media and to the community quickly, and it turned out initially not being accurate information.
In regard to the 57 officers who resigned from ERT, Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz says he's disappointed, especially because it means that they might not have seen anything wrong with the incident at hand last night. Do you feel similarly?
Well, I don't know why Erie County Executive Mark Poloncarz is commenting on the Buffalo Police Department, but I will say this. The Buffalo Police Department has a contingency plan for the safety of our residents, for the safety of our businesses, and to protect the right of people to peacefully protest. And I really thank all of the law enforcement agencies at the local, state, and federal level that are working very closely with the Buffalo Police Department.
Can you identify the other police officer who was on suspension?
Commissioner?
Can we identify him?
Or can you give us information? Yeah, we'd love to know who this other officer is. I mean, we know who that one officer is based on what his uniform showed in the video. Who is the other officer who's on paid leave right now, or unpaid leave?
I don't have both of the officer names. They're younger officers, and I heard their name earlier, but I don't have the names with me right now. So.
Can you get that information after this is over? I know
I can find all that out and.
Mayor, the group in Niagara Square now is calling for the Buffalo Police Department to be disbanded. Can you comment on that sentiment? And obviously, you know, the city budget passed yesterday.
Yeah, I will comment on that sentiment. That is absolutely ridiculous. We're not disbanding the Buffalo Police Department. We're not throwing the city of Buffalo into chaos. When people have an issue, when there's a burglary, when there is a robbery, when there is a domestic incident, when there is a homicide, people call the Buffalo Police Department, and they want them to respond. They want safe neighborhoods, they want safe business districts, and they want to live in a community that is safe. So no, we are not disbanding the Buffalo Police Department, and I will say it quite clearly, that is a ridiculous idea.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening. Thank you. Any updates we will provide through the evening. Thank you. Appreciate your patience throughout the day.